Something I've noticed recently when playing a lot of Pokemon ROM hacks and fan games is that a lot of Pokemon out there are just straight up ugly. Like, a lot of them. So I thought, why not make a video about which Pokemon I think are the ugliest? Keep in mind, this is my own personal opinion of these Pokemon, but without further ado, let's begin this video. Coming in at number 10, we have Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz is your typical run-of-the-mill vulture Pokemon. Nothing special there. It's certainly not the ugliest Pokemon I've ever seen, but this whole vulture with a bone in its hair thing just looks weird. On top of that, it has this spiky skirt type thing. It's just weird looking is what I'm trying to get at. Coming in at number 9, we have Simipour. Now for me, I personally love the entire Pan and Simi evolution family, this one included, but something I noticed is that the other two look pretty cool, and then we have this. What went wrong? Like, I get it, its tail is supposed to be like water coming out of a fountain or something, but what about the rest of it? Poor Panpour. Coming in at number 8, we have Ambipom. So Apom. I never really liked Apom, but its design was alright, just an adorable purple monkey thing. Couple years roll down the line and we all get sick evolutions for old Pokemon. We got things like Electivire, Magmortar, Rhyperior, and other cool ones. Then, we look at Ambipom. What happened to this poor monkey? Sure, the two arms look cool and all, but what happened to its fingers? Apom was never the same. Coming in at number 7, we have Probopass. Continuing on from evolutions we got from Gen 4, we have Probopass. Remember how I said we got all those cool Pokemon, but then we got stuck with some extremely ugly Pokemon? Probopass is in that group. Nosepass itself wasn't too good looking either, but it was alright at best. Somehow though, Nosepass only became worse when it got an evolution. Like, what is this under its nose? What the fuck are those things on its sides? I just don't get it. What happened to the Nosepass we knew and somewhat loved? Coming in at number 6, we have Stunfisk. So what's positive things we can say about Stunfisk? It has one of the better dual typings out there? That's kinda it though. Now on to the negative things we could say about Stunfisk. It's a flattened fish with a weird beak thing mouth and looks pretty stupid. I feel bad, Stunfisk seems like one of those Pokemon that had potential to be amazing, but that didn't happen. It's just Stunfisk. Coming in at number 5, we have Aromatise, or however you say it. With X and Y's Pokemon, I was pretty forgiving for some designs since they were getting into the late 600s and early 700s for total Pokemon. Aromatise is an exception to that. Aromatise is just a mess. Spritzee seemed like a nice new Pokemon, but then I saw its evolution. I immediately thought, what the fuck happened here? This little bird thing went and became this. I don't even know how to describe Aromatise. The only reason I didn't put it higher on the list is because there are some Pokemon worse than it. Coming in at number 4, we have Parasect. So Parasect is a Pokemon that's made uglier by the fact that it is extremely creepy. For one, it's a bug. Not many bug Pokemon out there are too good looking. Then it has this huge shroom on its back taking up all of its body. And lastly, the eyes. Apparently this shroom took over the bug itself, and those are the lifeless eyes of the shell that is this Pokemon. Excuse me, what? Coming in at number 3, we have Burme. To be specific, Sandy Cloak Burme. So Burme is apparently the bagworm Pokemon. As you can see, we're off to a bad start already. Then you take a look at Burme and wonder, what? Like, what is this? Especially Sandy Cloak Burme, like, what? Even Trash and Plant Cloak Burme look better than it. That's truly saying something. What gets me most is the face. Like, what kind of shit did Burme go through to have a face like this? Coming in at number 2, we have Skunk Tank. So this one's a bit obvious. It's a skunk. Of course it's ugly. Then you look at its face. Oh no. Is that a butt for a face? There isn't much else that can be said for Skunk Tank, honestly. It's just an extremely ugly skunk. So before I continue on, let's just do some honorable mentions real quick. Trubbish and Garbodor, it's actual trash. Silcoon and Cascoon, they're cocoons with eyes. Kricketune, I don't even know. Perugly, it has ugly in the name. You do the math. Diggersby, it's made of power, but this thing is insanely ugly. Execute, bunch of eggs, one's cracked. Swalot, a fat purple blob, and eats a lot too. And finally, coming in at number 1, we have Gloom. Yes, Gloom. Gloom is an odd Pokemon in its evolution chain. Starts off as an adorable oddish, becomes this hideous thing with some sort of slime coming out of its mouth and some leaves, and from there it either becomes a not so ugly version of itself or a little flower dancing thing. Gloom is just ugly. There's really nothing to explain about it. It's just simply the definition of ugly. But don't get me wrong, I don't hate it, or any of the other Pokemon on this list. Aside from Aromatise. They just had bad luck and were designed as ugly Pokemon. Anyways, this has been my top 10 ugliest Pokemon. If you have enjoyed this video, be sure to check out some of my other videos on the screen right now, as well as drop a like and a comment real quick, and maybe even subscribe if you're really feeling it. That's about it for this video. See ya!